Welcome back to the Circling Back podcast, presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the only hard seltzer with vitamin C and superfruit acerola. My name's Will DeFreeze. To my left, David Ruff.
It never gets old, man. What a song. What a track.
How many streams we had on Welcome to Wilmons on Spotify?
Can I guess?
Yeah.
I'll say 1.2 million.
Oh,
You're close. You're close. Any guesses from Dylan over here?
Really? I was going to say like tens of thousands.
I guess we just think differently of the song.
No, it's a great song, but you know, it's
what?
Barry's not as well known as like Miley Cyrus, for example. I was going to say something like 50K.
I feel like that's unfair to Barry.
He is very well known to me.
What's the number?
20,449 streams. I would like that to get
Okay.
over 21,000 by the end of the weekend.
Barry, I tried.
If you're sitting at home and you're listening to Circling Back and you're listening to it on something that isn't where you stream music from, just go toss on Welcome to Wilmons by Barry Rigby, mute it, and just let it play on repeat for the rest of the day.
Let's get him up to 1 million.
Let's get 1 million listens by the end of the weekend, I think is an attainable goal.
Somebody in this office is up to something. That's all I'm going to say. They showed me a little something they're working on that might be in that ballpark. And let me just say, I like what I heard.
You know someone else in here that's making a song?
That's all I'll
Producing a
say,
song?
Dylan. I'm not going to give you anything else. You can ask all the questions you want, but I'm not going to answer them. Next question.
We're not interviewing you, just to be clear.
As much
Thanks
as
for having me
everyone wishes it was me because they love my singing voice, and unfortunately it is not. I'm sorry to say.
No one likes your singing.
Are you kidding?
No one.
We've had reviews talking
We had
about
one
it.
reviewer say she liked it.
Yeah, well she speaks for many.
Can I make an apology before we get too deep into this episode?
Yes.
I'd like to apologize if I sound stuffy. Your boy's allergies are just absolutely on one. We were talking about it yesterday, how much Claritin costs. What's up with that?
I stopped by a CVS yesterday to get Flonase and Zyrtec, and yeah, I'm now broke. Stuff is so expensive, man.
Dude, what's up with that?
I'm
just trying to avoid some seasonal allergies.
Just trying to breathe without my face leaking. What's a big deal?
We'll definitely go with the generic. Definitely go with the generic when it comes to allergy meds.
Okay.
And secondly, or second, if you will, you should never lead off a pod by saying your allergies are acting up, because you will get a voicemail from some guy's girlfriend who doesn't listen to the pod and will be upset about you doing that because it kills her buzz. Because that happened to me about 5 years ago.
Hey, listener's girlfriend, guess what? We're the podcast that doesn't care.
Good thing you forgot about it and moved on, Dave. And it didn't affect
Yeah.
you years
I'm glad
later.
that's not living deep within you.
You know, we don't get a lot of like blowback like that on the voicemails typically, but that one was very very biting.
Is there any?
You know what? They're probably not together anymore. So
I kind of want us to all come up with the lamest criticism we've received as a host of this podcast, but it stuck with us for some reason because it cut us so deep.
well, that's probably mine.
And back when we were writing, the comments, the criticisms I got from my writing stuck with me much more than podcasting.
Really?
Oh yeah, I don't know why.
I think it was different for me because I think can I pull back? Do you guys mind if I pull back the curtain right now?
That's what we do.
I think it was different for me because I don't know if the commenters knew this at the time, but we could see the email that they registered their account with. And so if I saw someone that really cut me deep, I could just Google them and be like, okay, I know who you are now. I don't care as much. No, they wouldn't be a loser, but I'd just be like, you know what? I don't care as much because now I know who you are. And for some reason, knowing that helped me.
Yeah, you realize that a lot of the stuff that people put on there is in jest, and it just doesn't translate because you don't know them. And then you also realize that the stuff that's not, it's probably somebody that's in a bad spot. Because I'll be honest, I've been a super fan of the Ticket out of Dallas for 20 years.
Are you Chris?
I have chirped them before. I have chirped the hosts in the past.
What's your problem?
And I look back on those tweets. I've deleted many of them, hopefully all of them. And I'm like, dude, I was down bad. I was either looking for a job out of law school. I was in a bad spot, and that's why I did it. So knowing that makes it a little bit more easier. So I have a little bit more empathy towards those people. But Will, to your point, we did find your email addresses to the commenters who were the meanest, and we did drop them onto the dark web.
And we also signed them up for Scientology updates.
That's
the
true.
people who comment, like to your point, Dave, criticize are often the people who like us the most. Like there are like, like our most dedicated listeners.
If you
That
can't handle us
happens.
at our worst, you don't deserve us at our best.
That's
true.
well
If you
said.
care enough about
Well
what
said.
we have to say to actually like give us feedback, even if it's negative, it probably means you care a lot about what you're listening to. So
Or
you gotta-
maybe we just were trash that day.
Yeah, probably
we,
both.
We do have our trash days.
Probably
Maybe
both.
they didn't like my column about
The founder.
the founder. No,
Crush that
not enough
column.
people read that to hate it. I think about 1,800 people read that, which is astonishingly low.
Important
Okay,
business
stop looking it
lessons I
up.
learned from Ray Kroc and the founder.
I think people probably thought it was sponsored, like that we had
Yeah.
some deal with the movie studio. We're going to promote this movie.
You did make a good point, though.
Okay.
The golf course is the new Chili's.
Okay. I feel like that's not an original thought, but I put it in the column either way.
What was the thinking behind taking the company to that movie again? Just to
Dude.
teach us about like
I'll be honest. The
It was-
movie was pretty. I thought the movie was good.
I enjoyed it, but
It's okay.
I think the point was to take us from being, optimistic content creators and turn us into bloodthirsty founding savages.
yeah.
Because like the only lessons I learned from that movie are that like you have to be a complete asshole to the point where you ditch your wife in order to get ahead in the business world.
Not
take
only
advantage
ditch your
of
wife.
of good natured
No,
people.
no. You're missing one thing though. You can't just ditch your wife. You have to steal somebody else's wife
Oh yeah.
at a piano bar.
Yeah, that guy was a dick.
And then you have to change the formula on their ice cream to where it's powder. It's much more cost efficient.
I'm also bummed that no one asked me to burn before we walked in that. You know that some people at Grand X were definitely burning in their cars on the
Carter
way there.
burned. There's no doubt Carter burned.
Dude, yeah, we had. I guarantee there were numerous groups of people, and I feel like a fucking nerd that no one like offered it to me.
No, we
Nah,
just
I
went to
get it either.
lunch.
Yeah, we like probably went and ate like a sandwich somewhere.
Yeah, we went and
like,
had sandwiches.
losers.
Everybody else was eating the weed pot.
Man, at least y'all got to deal with the PGP audience more so than the TFM,
Yeah.
which were much kinder.
Dude, part of the reason I never even volunteered to write anything for TFM was because I didn't want to deal with the commenters.
It was a slaughter, man.
Like I knew the entire time I was working at Grand X that I had the green light if I wanted to do a column for TFM. I knew that I could publish one on there. But knowing what happened in the comments section and just knowing how mean people were, I was like, nah, I'm too sensitive to expose myself to something like
Did you
that.
see what Joe recently said on Twitter about this?
No.
About how like he gave up writing because he used to be like a major like writing personality on
Yeah.
TFM. He gave it up because of the criticism he got. He's like, I'm tired of it.
I get it. I get it.
Like the nicest comments you'd get on TFM, like, oh, this one doesn't suck as much as it usually does. Like, thank you.
Love it.
Yeah, you guys built a real community of real jerks.
I didn't build anything.
That being said, I mean, there were definitely columns that I would click that I would be clicking them solely to see the comments on them, and that was very entertaining to me.
No, yeah, it could be entertaining.
I actually almost reached the point where I started arguing with a podcast host online recently because I've recently quit their podcast as they have gotten far too negative regarding something that I enjoy, and I found
Was it Club Cool?
it was Club Cool. Yeah, they're out on shackets, and I'm the shacket guy,
Dude, you're going to kill it this fall in your shacket.
and so then I had
We're
to.
out on Shackets?
No, I'm not. I didn't say that. More
No.
on shackets later,
Is the
actually.
internet party out on Shackets?
No.
Man, I'm reminded of like the back end in WordPress. You can ban certain words from people commenting.
You could?
Yes,
Damn it! Why didn't I fucking do that?
the list of banned words on the back end of TotalFratMove.com. It was wow.
A laundry
It was a
list
column
of.
itself.
It was like every bad racist whatever word you can think of, and then like different variations of it. Because if you typed it out, you could like put like a period in it or something, and like
Yeah.
to throw the algorithm off, whatever. So we had like different variations of every single word. It was just terrible. It was a disaster.
Did we not know we could do that, Dave? Were we not aware of
We
the
didn't have,
capabilities?
it wasn't that big of a deal.
Like,
There
I
was-
would've-
There was like it wasn't that. We never had that.
I would have banned
Bad.
beta cuck for a while.
That's true.
'Cause it started as a funny thing of like me like leaning into it, and then it got to the point where it was like, okay, I wrote this column about something random. Like we don't need the word beta cuck thrown around all the
That's
time.
why you just need to brand yourself the Texas cuck.
True.
I banned hundreds and hundreds of people, and they just
Hell yeah,
kept finding ways back on.
dude.
Just when I thought I was out.
You could even ban their IP address.
Yeah, but Dylan, dude, you forget.
They'd create new ones.
Dude, the internet remains undefeated, dude.
Dude, my
That's
IP,
it. That's
my
a
IP
tweet.
address is anywhere I'm at because I've got such a small bladder.
True.
Wow.
Seriously though, what's up with my bladder?
Yeah, it's small.
What's up with my bladder?
You guys seen this?
Hey, head over to Patreon. We did spooky season yesterday. We're 2 episodes deep into spooky season. Have to say, been 2 of my favorite episodes we've ever done. Having a lot of fun doing it. Dave has stepped his game up this year. Not that you needed to, but you're going next level.
We've
Oh,
got
yeah.
we've got LED lights.
We should get an LED sound
We
system.
got
in
we've
here.
got seance candles.
Shit.
We're gonna do this next week. We're actually gonna try to contact the afterlife.
So I wasn't a part of the discussion where you guys bought the candles for spooky season. Was there any discussion of like involving me in the candle talk, or like were you
I'm
guys
not
just
gonna name
intentionally leaving
names.
me out?
There's a guy in this room who doesn't have a mic that
Really?
might have been in charge of that project.
'Cause,
I
like,
will say I did give it the green light, but well, unfortunately, these were not. Well, I don't want to give away the game, but these candles are different.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like if there's candle decisions being made at the company, like I should at least be aware of them. But instead, I just got an Amazon alert to my phone letting me know that our candles have been our scented candle
Dude,
order has been placed.
Those things showed up like the next day.
Dude, that's the thing about Amazon.
That's how it go.
Did they really start it in the Amazon?
It's not.
How did he name it? Was Bezos just like, dude, I'm gonna go to the Amazon?
Why is it named Amazon?
It was
Started as, like,
originally a
book.
bookstore,
Yeah,
right?
just books.
Cool.
That's like us. We were originally a podcast company, and next thing you know, we're a candle, maybe
Yeah.
other stuff company.
Now you can buy, let me check, literally everything on Amazon.com. So that's cool.
They did the thing yesterday. Alyssa ordered something, and I get home. There's a giant box on my porch. Pick it up, and it's very light. Pop it open. A tiny, tiny, tiny box inside. I'm like, what? This is wasteful.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So then I have to go break down the larger box to get it in the recycling. Otherwise, I'm not calling anybody out, maybe that I live with or anything, but I'm not just putting it inside of the recycling bin so it can take up a half of it without breaking it down. That's not something I would do. Some people might.
Yeah, like I'm not going to call out
Damn.
anyone that I live with because I think that would be wrong. But like hypothetically speaking, if let's say a couple weeks ago I did an experiment of whether or not boxes would get thrown out if I wasn't the one to break them down and throw them out, and like what if hypothetically I told you that a giant pile of boxes started to pile up in our home office,
Dude.
and what if I told you that after about 2 weeks of letting that go, someone who might be me had to actually go dispose of all of them.
Damn, I don't mean to call out anybody I live with, but maybe when you eat your crackers, like eat them over the tray and don't get them literally all over the living room. So your dad has to clean them up.
Yeah.
Again, not to get specific. It's not about anybody in particular.
Dude, I don't live with anyone that does this, but like if I did, I'd complain that like I have this person that I live with and they just like poop all the time and expect me to clean it up. And it's like, yo, player,
Damn, don't talk about Sally like that.
figure it out. Like, what's your problem?
Dude, come on.
So yeah, spooky season.
Breaking down
Patreon.
a box is low key satisfying. Though.
I'm really good
Once
at
you
it.
get it to the point to where it's like it's flattened out, and you're like, oh,
I did it.
Dude, I'm
job
really
well done.
I'm really good at it. I'm very efficient at it, and I'm very good at stacking them and carrying a large number of boxes.
It's honest
Damn.
work.
This guy can straight up carry boxes.
If there's I know that I can't mow lawns. I
It
know
ain't
that I
much.
can't do that, and I'm sorry for that.
you
But
can mow along.
the 2 things that I'm really good at are shoveling snow and
That'll help
breaking
you
down
here.
boxes.
I bet you can mow along.
I bet I could.
But it'd be,
Yeah, there's not much
it
that
would
goes
look
into
good.
it.
Part of the reason I'm glad I live in a condo instead of a house is because I don't want to deal with the maintenance.
Yeah.
I like having a service that comes by and just picks up all the boxes. I like not having a lawn to go
Same,
take
man.
care of.
Wait, so you don't have to break them down?
It depends. It depends. No one's ever said anything, but I break them down, especially if they're larger. I break down, I would say 95%. But if it's a pizza box, I'm not going to break that shit down.
Sometimes I'll just rip the box up like an absolute animal, savage. Damn. Who doesn't care?
You should make the pledges eat it.
No, those guys are fucked. I'm done with them, dude.
Goats.
I'll block their numbers.
Did you just I fuck me?
Is that your lead? Is that your lead in before you beat the shit out of
It's
somebody
not
in the
my
basement?
lead-in, but I heard that no less than 500 times while I was pledging.
What was your lead in?
I didn't have one. I didn't haze, man. I
You
kinda
just
made-
walked up to him, you stared him in the eyes, and you're like, "What? Tell me I have a fucking deal. Ask
I
me what
just
my
kinda-
fucking deal
I
is, huh?"
just made fun of him. I did a lot of like, hey, the blank called. They want their blank back.
That makes
Jokes.
sense.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how you just treat everyone when you walk into the office every day.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/circling back podcast. You get spooky season. You get one voicemail episode per week. There's some chatter out there about us doing a one-off episode soon. More on that in the next few days.
Are you serious?
Also, go follow Circling Back Pod and Wash Media on the Grom. Leave a review and 5-star rating. If you leave a good enough review, there's a very, very high chance that we'll read it on Monday's episode. Also, tell a friend about the podcast. If you have one friend, tell them. If you have 1,000 friends, tell them. If you have like an email, like newsletter that you send out to like millions of people, include a link at the top of that for us.
Mm-hmm.
We won't pay for it, but we'll appreciate your patronage. And if you want to see our pretty little faces and not just listen to our mid voices, you can go to youtube.com/washmedia. Or if you're trying to listen in private, guess what you can do? You can pop in those Raycon earbuds and just get on one.
Raycon.
There's so much going on in the world, whether it's like, I don't know, like going to Texas OU this weekend, whether you're just trying to like, you know, get a workout in the midst of your busy schedule. It could be anything. You can't always control the vibes out there, but you can control the vibes in your head with a pair of Raycon wireless earbuds in your ears. I use these all the time.
It's my official headphone for live streams. You will not see another pair of headphones in my earbuds.
Also, your official headphones for working out. Because
That too.
I saw you at the gym. Actually, I see you at the gym quite frequently, and you're always Rayconned up.
Yeah.
My earbud falling out of my ear ratio since switching to Raycons has gone down considerably.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not falling out anymore.
No, and they give you the multiple sizes on the little rubber cap.
Yeah. If you have
Maybe the bud.
irregular ear hole shape or size,
I have 2 different ears. A lot of people don't realize that my ears are very different.
most people do have 2 different ears,
Dude.
Dave.
Much like our backers, these gel tips, they're optimized for the perfect in-ear fit.
Yeah.
It's impressive what they're doing with these things these days.
They also sound phenomenal. They have good bass to them, man.
They're all about that bass and their treble as well, actually.
You know, I'm out here just listening to like hard ass shit that's got bass to it,
like James Blunt.
like James Blunt.
When I'm doing my vertical training, my jump training, and my rope skipping, they don't pop out, which is huge. Even though I've got sweaty ear.
You should see this guy do box jumps. My
Dude,
gosh.
You know they've got new sound profiles now, so you can switch it up. They got pure mode, which I woke up in today. It's for podcasting, blues, instrumentals. They even have balance mode, again, for podcast listening. Rock, heavy rock, and metal. Even bass mode for hip-hop, EDM, reggae.
I woke up in balance mode.
Let's go!
Balance mode.
There's an all-new awareness mode when you need to listen to your surroundings instead. They're just doing everything over there. They offer 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life, and you're going to get every single drop out of these things. You're going to be shocked by how little you have to charge these and how long they last.
Yeah.
Oh, and did I mention
charge quickly.
they also start at half the price of other premium audio brands, but they sound just as good. They even come with a 45-day happiness guarantee. They want you to be happy. You can even listen to Happy by Pharrell, not by Dylan, by Pharrell.
That sucks.
Happy.
Dylan, that sucks, man.
Right now, Circling Back listeners can get 15% off their Raycon order at buyraycon.com/steam. That's buyraycon.com/steam to save 15% on Raycons. Buyraycon.com/steam. We had some major stuff happen while recording on Monday.
We did?
Ooh, what are we talking about? What are we talking? Can I guess?
Yeah.
Global unrest.
Actually, we broke this news, didn't we?
A little bit.
Chinese
maybe.
incursion into Taiwan's airspace.
That also exists.
Stock market.
Stonks.
Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp going down.
That's the one.
They're going down, down.
Dude, we talked about that 5XX error we got trying to load the Grom.
Dude,
We
and
broke it.
dude, the awesome thing that came from this was just the absolute volume shooting on Twitter that we got to witness from everyone that fled to Twitter for their distraction.
I enjoyed the exposing of people who were not frequent on Twitter, frequent posters. That was fun.
There were some good ones.
Did you like how the brands reacted? The brands had a day.
Oh, the brands were the worst part of it. The brands were hands down the worst part of the entire day on Twitter.
It's just like it's just a dork fest when something like this happens and brands have to like jump on the wave.
Did you like tech guy Twitter hopping in and trying to explain what the problem was? Like, hey, this is probably what happened. This code got dumped here. And then there was overreaction Twitter was like,
Oh,
Facebook isn't just down, it's deleted.
It might be
Facebook
gone
is gone
forever.
forever.
the master code has been deleted. We're never going to see it. Okay.
It's up a
do
few hours
Do
later.
you know what the chances are of us losing Instagram and Facebook forever? It is literally zero. Like it is
Ooh, I don't know if
absolutely
it's zero.
It is zero. It is going to come back, folks. Even if they lost the code, they would just write a new code. Yeah, it might take a little bit, but they do it.
It would take a while.
There was a 0.0 chance that anything was going away.
Zero.
And like the notion that there was going to be any long-term effects of this was just like crazy to me, that people thought that there was actually going to be a major
Yeah.
issue that we had to confront.
Yeah. Like it had like Y2K vibes a little bit. Like we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, guys, like this, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Like if anything, you just can't get a story off for a little bit.
There were some really funny memes about it, but they got lost in the sea of just like overused, overplayed, lame ones that everyone was just volume shooting.
Dave, you were loving brand Twitter. You were just dropping a bunch of them in our group text, just being like, dude, this is hilarious. Look what McDonald's did.
No, I was way too late. By the time I like looked at my phone, I was probably at yoga or something. Not to stunt, but all the good tweets, all the good volume shooting tweets were already done. I'm sad.
I did something that I'm not proud of, but I knew that there's going to be one person within the Wash Media Network who would absolutely hate what was happening, and that person was John Duda. And I went to his feed and I went to his likes, hoping that I could see a bunch of tweets that he had liked that were just ripping on it, and he hadn't liked anything. I was very bummed about this.
You know, I was saying that I bet like this is like a faulty configuration change, and I think I was right. Because I remember we were talking before while this was going down. I was like, is it a networking issue? Because there was a certain update which you had the border gateway protocol, the BGP
For sure.
issue, and then it was wild, man.
Dude, I was thinking that same thing.
You know a lot about this, turns out.
Yeah, even like the access cards that Facebook employees used to enter the building weren't working.
Is that true?
I heard that. Somebody tweeted it.
There's no way that's accurate.
Will's pulling up photos of my son.
I'm not intentionally pulling up photos of your son. I'm just going to Instagram and your son is on my feed. I was seeing if Instagram was still working.
What's his at?
Fajita baby swag.
That's good.
Fajita baby swag.
My favorite thing, so this is not on the topic, but my favorite thing about Dave and I going to the Verde game last weekend was the fact that our friend Hot Colin first met Dave through Warzone, and so he knows Dave as Fajita Boy Swag. And so when we were talking about who we can invite to the game with us, I was like, we could get Fajita in the mix. And he was like, dude, get Fajita Boy Swag, please. And he only referred to Dave as Fajita Boy Swag. Did he call you Fajita like while we were hanging out?
He called me Fajita like the entire day.
The thing about Hot Colin is that he's hot and his name is Colin.
Yeah.
You get it?
That's tight.
That dude is an absolute wild card in Warzone, by the way.
Dude, there's talk that he and I might be hitting the U.S. men's national team qualifier.
Y'all need to
tomorrow night.
go. If I was able to, I would go.
There's talk.
Can I ask a question? Is WhatsApp owned by Facebook?
It is.
I didn't know that.
I had some friends reach out from, I have a couple friends that live overseas, and they said that it was mayhem because so many people use WhatsApp to communicate that they just don't have each other's phone numbers. So you couldn't talk to anybody because you just don't have that saved in your phone.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
It's lame.
Like iMessage is not really much of a thing in a lot of places.
Are we losers for using iMessage, or do we need to upgrade our app game?
iMessage works perfectly.
Well,
And it does.
yeah. I don't like WhatsApp.
is like it's got like a cyber dust element to it. I mean, not that they disappear, but like it's like encrypted and shit. Like you can't,
We have. I have a group text that's on Viber. You familiar with Viber?
I'm sure he is.
David. What is Viber?
It's the same thing. I don't know why we chose Viber as the place to do it, but that's what we have now. We're Viber people.
You have a group chat that's on a different app.
Yes. We originally started it because one of our friends was living overseas. He is no longer living overseas, but we have not migrated the chat from Viber to anything else. So we're just Viber guys now. Viber. We're thinking about switching over to Peach, though.
You should.
Yeah.
All my homies are on Peach right now.
It was Peach down the other day?
Peach has been down for like 4 years.
That's tough, man. No, that's actually what brought it down.
If you had the choice of having Instagram or Twitter go down, which one are you taking?
Instagram.
Like, no questions asked. I'd rather have
Dude,
Instagram go down.
Twitter is far and away the best social media platform.
All these fucking narps out there are just seeing Facebook and everything go down, and they have to go over to Twitter and get shitty tweets off.
A day without Twitter would be nice, just for me. Because I look at Twitter every day.
Twitter
times.
is where I get my news. You know, it's like a constantly breaking news source.
I refuse
with a
to.
lot of funny jokes and pictures and memes mixed in. Like,
They-
it's great.
Dylan, you don't have to explain what Twitter
I'm
is.
just saying, like,
you know
it's
what?
so great.
I get my news from TikTok. Those people who do like the quick breakdowns with like the cool where they're like pointing at bubbles like above their head. That's where I get most of my news. Like when I need someone to tell me like what China's doing in Taiwan, I'm like, I need to go to the talk. I gotta find out what's going on. I need it in like 30 seconds. I need some fun music behind it.
I don't even
Personally,
I
that's
don't
just
even
me.
see our TikToks when I go on my TikTok, and I follow like 30 accounts.
Every time I open it, Cat Pat's the first person I see.
The algorithm does her well.
She's doing well. We wish her well.
If
She's not going anywhere.
if
Yeah, I
it
know.
wasn't if it
Still,
wasn't
I can't
trending on
wish her
Twitter,
well.
if it wasn't trending on Twitter, would you have even known that Facebook was down?
No.
You-
Yes.
you would have
know
known
why?
Instagram, but
Here's why. Randy was at daycare. The only way I can check in on Randy at daycare is on Facebook because don't get me started, but they post photos to Facebook.
sounds like you already started, Dave.
Well, I
Go,
just
dude,
wish-
go there, dude.
Why would just no? It's fine.
We're not.
I would
we're
just
the
love to
podcast.
see. I would love to see an Instagram page. It was stories, so I didn't have to go get into Facebook. But
Yeah, I would not have noticed. Not on the book. Never go to the book. Have no reason to go to the book. But the Grom, different story, of course. And D Shivery.
check me out at DC Ruff on Instagram, at D Carter Ruff on Twitter. No longer on Snap. Deleted it.
How many times did y'all see the MySpace Tom? Like, oh, we found the guy who unplugged the servers. And it's like it's MySpace Tom looking over his shoulder and that pic. It wasn't him, for the record.
Yeah, it turns out it wasn't anybody, right?
Former Grand X employee Matt now works at Facebook.
TFM tech guy.
TFM tech guy. He explained what happened. It was actually very helpful.
What did he say? I didn't see it. Why don't you go ahead and just give us like a brief recap?
Yeah, let me just go and pull his shit up.
Because like if I'm not mistaken,
He said, first of all, he quote tweeted a Barstool Sports call or article that was incorrect. He said, "Crazy how fast fake news spreads when Facebook is down." He says, "So what actually happened? Basically, a change to our data center network settings incidentally removed Facebook's server addresses from the map of the internet. So when you tried to go to Facebook.com or load the Instagram app, your phone didn't know how to find us."
I didn't know
You
the
know-
internet had a map.
here's what I don't like about what you're doing right now. You're actually giving people like information that like is useful, and that's not something we do here.
Yeah, what's your problem?
Like, why are you trying to like make this into like
What's your deal?
Dylan's like informative news hour?
Just trying to tell people what happened, man. You know,
Anderson Cooper over here.
Makes an appearance in the new Chappelle.
Rachel Sadow over here. Mr. Sad Salad.
sad.
That's a reach, but it's kind of funny. Keep going.
Cucker Tarlson.
Yes, that's the
Tucker
one.
Tar-
Mm-hmm.
Carlson.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan looks pretty put off. We should probably stop.
Walter Cronfright.
I feel like I got 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, your boy
This
did
fucker
your boy
right
did
here.
that thing where I woke up at 2:40, looked at my phone, was hoping it was like 6 a.m. so I could just get up because I was that awake at that time. Only to realize it was 2:40, and then I laid in bed until about
I
4:30.
feel like I drank 2 bottles of wine and got 2 hours of sleep.
That's honestly what I assume you do every night.
Yeah. Isn't that
What?
isn't that kind of
You-
your nightly
You
routine?
think I'm an alcoholic?
No, that doesn't. I
2
didn't
bottles
say
of
that.
wine's not alcoholic.
Yeah, you're
Every
probably
night?
You're probably splitting it with your son.
Dude,
or
it's good for your heart
fiance.
health.
I didn't have any alcohol last night and I got plenty of sleep and I feel like shit.
Maybe you should have drank more.
Maybe I should.
I did get a text from Parks, and he said, "I think Dad's gone off that Delta 3."
Is that what he said?
That's what he said. I was like, I don't know if that's a
He
thing.
wasn't even with me last night. How do you know?
What's
I don't
Parks'
know.
favorite varietal for wine in the fall time? See, like that Welch's grape juice?
Yeah, he likes sparkling cider.
That's what's up.
Yeah. What,
Can-
Dave?
What?
Can I give you guys a choose your own adventure segment? Would you guys rather have me go to the steam room, or would you rather have me do expose it?
Oh, fuck.
Ooh. Personally, because of the contentiousness, I would like for someone to get exposed.
Well, I kind of want to pick steam room so I can do the towel whip on Dave.
Why don't we see how the exposing goes, and if we have time, you can whip me with your
Who's
towel.
getting exposed?
Someone that works for Washed Media.
Ooh, that really limits it. There are 4 options. I'm assuming you're not going to roast yourself here or expose yourself.
I'm not going to expose
Please don't
myself on this
expose
podcast,
yourself.
just to be clear. Not going to expose myself. So you want me to expose somebody?
Yeah.
I'm going to expose someone. You guys might know him as Brett Merriman.
Oh,
I have a major bone to pick with him within the office.
Front Street.
If you follow us on Instagram at Circling Back Pod, or if you follow Washed Media on Instagram, you'll know that we actually, Dave went and upped our snack game.
I did.
You guys aware of this?
I even brought the gift of bananas yesterday.
Dave brought some bananas, some
We
Cafe Bustelo.
We kind of forced Cool Adam to eat a banana yesterday. I don't know if anybody was here for that, but I was like, take these home or have a banana. He's like, okay, I guess I'll just have one now.
You also bought some protein bars.
I did. Oh, did he? Okay.
Which are officially gone.
What?
We might have one left, but it's got the most protein in it. And then the final thing that Dave bought was something that I actually personally requested. Something that reminds me of my childhood. Something I used to post up on the couch with and sit there and just dump them into my hands and shove them in my mouth.
This is about.
Talking about goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
These are your grandma's goldfish. We're not talking flavor blasted.
Legitimate traditional flavor.
I also know you guys try to blame this on me at first.
I didn't try to blame you.
It seemed like something you would do.
So as everyone knows, these goldfish, they're served in a carton-like container.
I got the big boy goldfish.
Yeah.
Not the little tiny one that's like 3 servings.
Everyone knows what you're talking about. It's like the 3-gallon
It's
almost.
a cardboard cube of goldfish.
Yeah, make sure you break it down when you're done.
Yeah, for sure. So as you know, the traditional way to go about eating these goldfish is to open it up like a carton of milk. You dump some into your hand and then you eat them, because that not only keeps germs away, but it protects the integrity of them, because it easily folds back in and creates a seal for said goldfish. Unfortunately, after 24 hours of having goldfish in the office, I looked over at the carton and I saw that it had been savagely ripped open to the point where it was beyond return. And it wasn't just the small opening that you can pour goldfish out of. The entire top of it was ripped open like it was just like a Christmas morning.
Yeah. This was someone who was desperate for goldfish.
Yeah.
Dylan hadn't had a goldfish in years.
Are you willing to go on record and say that you did not do this? Because you were the first person blamed for this.
I'm happy to go on record saying that I would never do such a thing. I do have a reputation of opening cereal boxes kind of haphazardly. I just kind of rip.
How scared were you to say that word?
I was trying to think of the right word, which
Okay.
I think I chose a good one. But this is different because you don't reach into a box of cereal with your hand and pull the cereal out with your bare hands.
Facts.
So it's not really a big a deal. But Brett,
We're in a go on. I'm
Go.
sorry. I was gonna say we're in a worldwide global pandemic right now. Germs are everywhere.
and he didn't only admit to doing this to the carton, but he said he's a reach in guy. He reaches in and grabs a handful.
That's
of
what he
them.
described himself as.
Yes.
A reach-in guy. What are you?
I'm a pour it into my hand guy, like a normal, like person of society. Like it just.
Who do you think within this office is the best at throwing them directly in the air and catching them in their mouth?
I think you're trying to bring attention to yourself here right now. That's what I think.
I was kind of hoping you were going to be cocky guy about this and say that you're the best.
I'm
I
adequate.
haven't had a goldfish in years. I don't even partake in the ones that are here. So I don't know. I'm probably not that guy.
I noticed you didn't get the flavor
Not that guy.
blasted ones.
Because they were out. There's like a shortage. That was the last box of goldfish they had.
Blasted with flavor, David.
I'll blast them with flavor if you want me to.
No one needs flavor blasted. It's too much.
No, it's perfect.
I'll bring my meat church
It's too much, dog.
seasoning and just dump it in there and shake
Blast
it up.
it.
You don't need the flavor. They're flavorful enough. They're packed with cheddar, real cheddar even. You probably like the pizza blasted ones, you fucking freak.
No, I'm a flavor blast guy. I
You
just
are a
said
little
that.
freak.
You're a freak when it comes to your goldfish.
I'm not a freak.
You like
Freakazoid.
the
I
pizza.
rarely eat goldfish. The only time I do is when I get some for Parks. I'm like, I'm gonna have to keep a few myself.
Dude, they have explosive pizza, queso fiesta, smoke and barbecue flavor blast. I've never seen those.
I don't want my pizza explosive.
How much different can the kick it up nacho be from the queso fiesta? Just asking.
One's a queso party. The other one is kick it up.
I don't need this many flavors. I don't need like. Can we do a blind taste test? This is what this YouTuber did.
We need to do a goldfish challenge. Joke for 4.
Yeah, literally for 4.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna give the guy a break because he was very excited for the goldfish, and he got a little overzealous with the opening. Doesn't affect me, as in I'm not gonna eat them. Are there any left? Did y'all finish the box?
No, there's still a very hearty amount left. If I've learned anything, is especially as a child, it's that those boxes can last for a very long time.
Well, here's what I learned. I did not buy nearly enough snacks because most of them are gone. We
Yeah.
go through, if there's a low sugar protein option, whether it be a Quest cookie or just a straight up like bar of
It will
some
not
sort,
last long in this office.
everyone will have one immediately, and then like 3 days later they're gone.
Dude, I don't eat breakfast. It's not what I do. I have some coffee. I would go on about my day. But if there's some low sugar protein bars in here, I'm gonna eat one. So that means I'm eating 5 a week. Like that, they're gonna go quick. We need a low sugar protein sponsor.
I'm gonna
People
just-
treat our snacks like it's their lunch.
Next time I go, I'm gonna bring Cool Adam, and I'm just gonna say, "What do you want?"
Just tell him to go
He's
off.
gonna
This
come
is for
back
you.
with like fruit by the foot and gushers and shit.
Oh no!
Wow, why would you say that? Because he's in college. He doesn't
Yeah.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
Why don't you let him
Yeah.
do a supermarket sweep and just tell him he's got a minute and 30 seconds to run down the aisles?
He's
We
gonna
can
go for
we
the-
can have Randy sprint behind him.
Dude, they always go for the turkeys first.
That's because they're heavy as
And
hell.
they're expensive.
Yeah, if there's a ham there, you got to get that spiral cut ham.
What if Adam comes back with like 7 full turkeys?
Well, Thanksgiving come early, player. Whole squad feasting. Might have some tiresome pods going forward, but we out here.
I introduced Parks to fruit by the foot. Big fan.
Does he roll it up all at once and then shove it in his mouth?
Because I taught him how to do that. What? How else would you eat them?
Is that better or worse than bubble tape? 6 feet of bubble gum for you,
Bubble tape is
Not that.
trash.
I've never been a bubble tape guy. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Dylan. Okay, you're gonna try to act like you aren't a bubble tape guy.
Dude,
I was a
pretty
big
funny.
league chew guy.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was gonna say. He was a big league chew guy. Everyone
Great
knew that.
flavor, big league chew, the goat gum.
You were T-ball chew.
Stop. Goat gum.
What are your
Great.
top 3 gummy snacks?
Gummy?
Yeah, like Gushers, your fruit
Oh,
by the foot.
Fruit by the foot will always be the goat to me.
You can't put those in the same category as Gushers, right?
I think they are.
Fruits? Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Fruit by the foot,
Real
Gushers,
fruit
fruit
snacks.
roll up,
Fruit roll. Those are all the same.
the
There's
shark one. What was the shark one?
Shark bites.
Shark bites. That's it.
Shark bites, huh?
Those were always a treat. Those were always foreign to me, and when I had them, they were good.
I was a big gusher guy as a kid. Absolutely. I would always bite them in half and let the ooze just kind of like fall into my mouth.
That makes sense.
Dude, noted intern Steve Holt was very big at TFM, was a very big fan of the Welch's fruit snacks.
I'll buy Parks Welch's.
Those are bomb,
Yeah.
by the way. The grape flavor of those for me are the goat.
Okay.
They're the goat of that pack, not the
Right.
actual fruit snacks. I'm a Gushers guy through and through.
Gushers are lit.
Fun fact: I used to eat Funyuns quite regularly.
I would buy one bag of Funyuns with every lunch that I bought from the school. And it's amazing that I didn't put 2 and 2 together and not understand why girls didn't like me at that point in my life.
Onions are fire.
I couldn't be sitting there eating Funyuns with the rest of my soccer buddies with braces, just
Onions
like
are fun.
smelling.
Onions stink.
No, they don't.
Unless they're sauteed.
That's such a bad take.
Unless they're sauteed, get them out of my face.
Onions add so much to the flavor profile of
Yeah,
literally
So
anything.
much nastiness.
No.
Um,
They make me cry when I chop them.
No, that's not the thing. It just tastes gross.
so you were doing big league chew in high school, like in the dugout?
No, I was a sunflower seeds guy.
Really?
I would just take a massive wad and just stuff it in my mouth, and it would last me like 4 innings. And then I'd reload.
Pickle flavored or what?
Usually ranch.
You ever fuck with the
Sometimes
pickle flavor
barbecue.
though? Pickles are good.
Yeah, I've had them. Not my fave. One time, this kid brought. We played this game before every game, and where the loser would have to provide sunflower seeds for the whole team. And one time, this idiot brought low sodium sunflower seeds for everybody, and we almost just like kicked him off. We almost just beat the shit out of him. Low sodium. Like we're 17. We don't need low sodium sunflower seeds.
That's why I always bring a salt shaker to the dugout before a game.
And you
Really?
shake it like one too, player.
Yeah. Because I'm like, dude, if some idiot brings some healthy shit like that in, I'm like, dude, what do you think we're doing here?
I always had a fat lip, man. Just seed just sitting there. It was sick.
I was doing Copenhagen before when I had to pitch.
Really?
Yeah,
And just to remind me, because I'm just
long cut.
I'm forgetting. How late into your life did you play baseball?
Up until like freshman year.
Okay, so you were 13 years old and you were just piling long cut Copenhagen in.
Yeah, horseshoe, double horseshoes
A
even.
lot of guys on my team dipped like during games. My coach just didn't say anything. He didn't care.
Well, as long as they were pissing on them and hitting dingers, who cares? I've always said that.
That's true.
I'm a big dinger guy.
Yeah, we pissed on. A
Hey,
lot of
Garrett
coaches.
Cole could have used some last night. Am I right?
Have the playoffs started?
The wild card game was last night.
Oh fuck! I actually,
Yeah.
I'll admit this. I actually like watching the wild card game. I'm a little bummed I was watching. I mean, we'll get to it.
It wasn't a
The,
good one. You had two like teams that don't matter: the Yankees and the Red Sox.
Yeah, the Boston.
Oh
Red
yeah, I
Sox.
did see some chatter about that on the old Twitter.com.
Pinstripes, huh?
Boston
Yeah.
advanced.
Good.
Spoiler.
Good.
They could have used DiMaggio last night. Put the ball in play, huh?
Yeah, he's retired. Unfortunately,
Not alive anymore.
you know.
Died.
I saw a picture.
Passed away.
Saw a picture of Roger Maris the other day. He was a good-looking dude, pretty strapping.
Big flat top guy back in the day.
What does that mean?
He had a flat top.
What do you think it means?
I had a flat top in middle
You had a
school.
frat top in college.
I did.
You love getting frat top.
Yeah, you were always
Stop,
looking for
dude.
it.
Stop.
What?
Didn't
You
get
said
frat-
it, dude.
I didn't get frat top.
I feel like I once almost owned a Warren Spawn rookie card.
Wow, this dude almost owned a car.
I
That's
think my
sick.
That's
grandpa
so
had it or
awesome.
something. I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. I got to find out who took my potential Warren Spawn rookie card.
Maybe you could buy it as an NFT. Dude, we got some players out there who have flat tops right now, but they're approaching the age of 35, which means one thing and one thing only. It might not remain up there. And that's why they need to check out Keeps.
Oh my god, this guy is just the ultimate segue into ad read guy.
I've never driven a Segway or ridden on one. I think they were kind of a failed technology by most people's standards. But one thing that does not fail is Keeps. Because 2 out of 3 men will experience hair loss by the time they're 35. And more than 50 million men in the U.S. experience male pattern baldness. Think about that. 50 million? Are you kidding me?
It's a lot of people, man.
Dave said he was packing horseshoes. We got 50 million dudes out there putting them on their heads. It's unfortunate. Keeps offers a
Yikes.
simple, stress-free way to keep your hair. It's convenient with virtual doctor consultations and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months. You don't even have to leave your home, which is the beauty. Everything's automated these days. And I think in terms of this, you want something that's a little more discreet. What's the waiting room like at a place where you'd have to go and get your hair checked out? Just a bunch of dudes that just like feel they're down on their luck. They're reading Golf Digest.
Yeah, you're checking all the boxes here.
Mm-hmm. They got like some depressing news on.
Probably just checking the cable news, and then they go in there and they have to tell the doctor. And first they have to tell like the doctor's assistant and just all sorts. You just got to tell these people, and you just do it from home.
Yeah.
Do it from home if you can.
They even
Oh,
have
and you
discrete
can.
packaging and proven results. So not only are they proving their results, but they're sending you packages that are discrete. So that if you got like a squad member at your apartment complex in that package room, they're not gonna be like, "Oh, you getting thin up there?"
Or maybe there's a baddie who lives next door.
Yeah.
She sees this package dropped at your doorstep. She doesn't know what it is.
Dude, that's facts.
Could be like protein powder or something. She doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
keeps the baddies in mind for sure.
Yeah.
Good for them. Prevention is key. Treatment can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so you have to act fast. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/steam to receive your first month free treatment for free. That's keeps.com/steam to get your first month free. keeps.com/steam. You guys see this new dinosaur dropped?
Damn.
Dude, I feel like we're getting new dinosaurs at a rapid clip. If COVID's done anything, it's given these people a lot of time to go digging.
Actually, so I read a lot of dinosaur material because I have a son who is obsessed with them. Turns out they discover a lot of dinosaurs like all the time. There's still just new ones dropping all the time.
What? Why now?
I believe that climate change is causing erosion.
I think it's always been
and
that
it's
way.
making it easier to find their bones.
I think it's always been that way.
And they've gotten Randy Travis on board. So
Oh.
they've gotten quite efficient at digging up bones.
Should they have had Randy Travis be the guest star in Jurassic World instead of Jimmy Buffett?
Was Jimmy Buffett in Jurassic World?
Was Jimmy Buffett in Jurassic World? Yes, he was.
I don't remember
David,
that.
It's like you don't know anything.
They had a
sometimes.
Margaritaville at Jurassic World, dude.
Was that the Chris Pratt one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I only watched one of those.
I saw it in theaters.
They're not good. In fact, they're bad.
No.
Oh, Jurassic World is a good movie.
Thank you.
It is a good movie.
Thank you.
Well, see the Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, because Rotten Tomatoes has it all.
they get
That's where
us.
Dave gets his shit, huh? The The newer one is not very good though.
The first one was good,
First
like
one was.
legit.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dave.
Yeah, what'd you find,
Oh,
old
I'm
Davey
sorry.
boy? What'd
Oh.
you find?
Is it certified fresh? I'm sorry.
Dude, it's certified
I don't know
fresh.
how these ratings work. Is
Dude,
this
the
good?
tomato meter's got a 71%, and the audience score, which is the one that actually matters, 78%.
Audience doesn't know shit.
Yeah, the audience is the
Dude,
score.
Most people have bad taste.
Seems like it was pretty good.
So, have you guys seen what Brunch is doing? They're pitting two movies against each other with the same tomato rating or whatever you call it on Rotten Tomatoes, and then they're deciding which one's the better movie.
That's a good idea.
I like this idea. I like this. I don't know which ones they're doing first. I saw it, but I don't remember.
Those guys, man.
I think they were doing The Pest and Godfather 3, if I had to guess. I bet
Do
they
those
have
have the
similar
same?
scores. I bet they have similar scores.
What Godfather do you think has like the highest score?
Probably 1. But 2's, some people prefer 2. 2's just
Three's
as good.
Stinks out loud.
3 is
Yeah.
just one that I wish they would just remake. But they probably can't because everybody's old or dead. So I'm sorry. That's just
Is
facts.
Joe Pesci in any of those?
No, he was never in any of the Godfather movies.
He just sold his crib for like a lot of money.
Love Joe Pesci. I think he just plays golf now.
She's great, man.
He's a sticky bandit. What do they call him?
Well, first of
The
water,
Wet Bandits.
The Wet,
The Wet
Bandits.
Bandits
The
originally.
Wet
Then
Bandits.
They rebranded to the Sticky Bandits.
Which one do you like more?
I was always a Wet Bandit guy.
No, you're the guy who still calls weed sticky icky.
Unless I'm smoking that kill, then I'm a Sticky Bandit. Only the stickiest weed for me.
For inquiring minds, the dinosaur found is distantly related to the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It has the body size of a chicken, though.
See, I don't. Okay, I'm listening.
200 million years ago. That's where my mind breaks.
It's crazy, isn't it?
200 million years ago.
Yeah,
I don't think it was that long ago. I think big
Big
archaeology. I think big archaeology is gassing their numbers up to sound more impressive. Because like, who's going to fact check them? Us? There's no one out there. Like we're
Scientists,
not going to go to the
Smithsonian.
archaeological dig and be like, nah.
I think it's fairly easy to date something, though, isn't it? If you know what you're doing.
I don't know.
We should-
you
we-
know.
We should show up. Oh, that's good.
Come on, man.
We should show up at a dig in a helicopter and park it too close, land it too close to the dig, and then
You want to hear something mega cute? So Parks wants to be a paleontologist when he's older, but he has a really hard time saying paleontologist, and he just fumbles it every time, and it's so cute.
I was trying to talk him out of it. I was like, dude, the career trajectory is just not there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
He'll
I was like,
probably-
they don't make that much.
He'll probably change his mind somewhere along the way, but for now, I'm gonna let him have it. You know,
How much does a paleontologist make?
I have no idea. 180K.
Dude, they make way less than I thought.
That's a fairly large range.
What does it say?
Well, one range says between $26,000 and $110,000 per year. The other range is 84 to 130. I don't know what
Okay.
kind of work has to go into you becoming an archaeologist, or a paleontologist, but it seems difficult.
Well,
They
all
do it.
the entry level jobs want 3 to 5 years experience, man.
They do
What-
it for the love of the game. man.
What paleontologists are going on Glassdoor.com and rating their job? Like that, I feel like that's just not something you need to do.
Yeah.
No one's like, I'm going to go on Glassdoor and see if I should work for this museum.
Why is my son so cute, man? It's crazy.
Do you know what this dinosaur is called?
No.
It's called the Pendrag Milnerae or something like that.
Oh, you
But it
crushed that.
translates to
Let me
Chief Dragon.
I was going to say Chief Dragon for sure.
Chief Dragon.
Yeah.
Here's a quiz.
I'm going to
hot-
chief on some dragon later.
Here's a quiz, hot shot. What's the heaviest dinosaur of all time?
Hevosaurus.
The Brontos. Fuck. What's it
A
called?
Brachiosaurus?
No.
Brontosaurus?
No.
My guess would be Bront.
I'm going Brachiosaurus.
I believe that one's the longest / tallest, but the heaviest is the Argentinosaurus. Guess where they lived, Dave?
That sounds made up.
It's not. Look it up. Argentinosaurus. Big boy season.
These things are mid.
They're sick, dog.
They're mid.
You find it?
Okay. And it looks just like the Brontosaurus.
Yeah, let me guess. This existed 300 million years ago. Yeah, I'm
Look,
sure.
man, I don't know.
Probably a couple thousand
You
years
could say
ago.
anything about a dinosaur, and I'd be like, yeah.
Do you know
that's probably true.
you know dragonflies lived during the dinosaur era? Isn't that crazy?
What did?
The dragonfly is my
Dragonflies.
favorite
They've been
flying
around.
insect.
They've been around millions of years.
My dad told me as a child that if I swore, dragonflies would come and sew my mouth shut.
He was wrong, wasn't he?
I was scared shitless.
That would be weird if that's what they were designed to do.
The ninth hole at the Harbor Point Golf Course, the golf course where I used to play as a child, had a very large body of water next to it. Not very large. That was not correct. But they had a body of water on the ninth hole that you had to hit around on the dog leg. And it was the home base for a lot of dragonflies. And for a long period of my childhood, I would try not to hit it towards that body of water for fear that a dragonfly would sew my mouth shut.
Yeah, that would be a problem. I got to say, I think dragonflies are a sign of a healthy lawn if it's moist. They like the water. So when you're watering the lawn a lot, you'll have like 100 dragonflies out there. And they're big, but they leave you alone. They don't mess with you. They're fine.
They're chill.
I think if anything, they eat the little mosquitoes and stuff, right? Probably.
Hard to say.
Nobody knows.
No.
I'm a friend of the dragonfly. That's all
They're
I'm
great.
saying.
Hurts nobody.
Hurts nobody. Grows the ecosystem.
What's up with the woolly mammoth? They make one yet?
Dude, they need to.
We do this story every 3 weeks.
I know.
We talk about the Russians and the woolly mammoth, the permafrost, things of that nature.
You guys want the new TikTok trend?
I would love it.
Well, it's really not. I don't know if it's a trend as much as it is a cringy TikTok that went viral only for other people to start recreating this TikTok. And I'm talking about the surprising your boyfriend at college TikTok.
Ah, yes.
You got to stop surprising your sig at college.
Have you guys seen the original video? It was brought to our attention. I saw it the day before, but I didn't think much of it. And then Cat Pat brought it to our attention by saying, like, this is going mega.
Yeah.
It had major. This is going to be a niche reference for Bachelor watchers only, but it reminded me of when DeMar. Oh, who's this?
Correct. DeMar on
this?
JoJo's season.
Like when the dude got surprised, he did a little slick like pass of his phone over to somebody else. He was obviously hanging out with like.
Yeah, but the dude was on the sticks, sitting on a couch with 3 other girls, right?
It was two
girls and a guy.
Okay. Well, look.
Okay.
It was the most dormiest looking dorm ever because there was like an acoustic guitar leaned up against the wall. You had like a PlayStation.
4 people on a futon.
It was a bad scene. He didn't know he didn't get busted red-handed, but you know, the hug was awkward.
He was trying to get busted red-handed later.
Oh, dude, what?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what his girl said when she was. Never mind.
Don't ever visit somebody. Don't surprise them at their college.
I did that once. It went fine.
That was a couple of years ago, right?
What are you doing?
When Sally was living in Houston, she decided to surprise me one night, and I have to say it didn't go as she planned. I was ready to get settled in for the night, get my chill on. I was watching a movie with my roommates, and suddenly I felt a hand on my shoulder, and I was like, man, I was about to fall asleep on this couch and really just go to bed. Now I have to talk to my girlfriend. She was not impressed with my my lack of enthusiasm, but I think I made up for it the rest of the weekend. I think I was a nice guy. We'll see. Don't surprise your significant. If you're in college right now, if you're a freshman, first of all, why are you listening to this podcast? Second of all, don't go surprise your boyfriend or girlfriend.
Also,
the relationship's going to end at some point.
Yeah. Also, don't date someone who goes to a different college or a different school.
It's not going to work.
It's most likely not going to work.
And if you're going to surprise them, don't do what the girl in the video did. Don't walk in with your backpack on. You don't need your like embroidered LL Bean backpack on your back when you get absolutely pied by the dude.
Also, don't have your friend filming it.
No, have your friend film it. We want to see.
Well, you know, it just makes it that much more awkward. Because, you know, the guy's on the couch, the guy's probably been smoking Delta 4, probably doing something like that, some drugs of some sort. And he looks up, there's the girl he's supposed to be dating, and then there's a camera. He's like, what is this? Is that Dom DeLuise, this candid camera? Will knows what I'm talking about.
Kinda. I was more for To Catch a Predator guy.
Okay. It's different, but yeah.
Kind of same scenario, though.
Oh, I'll have a seat.
It's just people surprising other people that are horny.
Same
thing.
That show was unreal.
Didn't the host of it get in trouble for like low-key being a predator?
He is available on Cameo.
I think he got in trouble for something, but I think it was like he had an affair. It wasn't like he was talking to minors or something. You know, it was like a.
No, he was at a bar that he opened that had photos of him and his wife all around, and he was dancing with young ladies,
touching their butt,
above clothes touching, heavy petting.
Ex-TV host Chris Hansen was briefly arrested on Friday after a Michigan judge issued a warrant for him not appearing in court on a sex trafficking case.
Oh, this is a lot different than what you said.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he was probably just what would the word be?
He was having sex in a traffic jam.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
can't do that.
It's okay. Is it not okay?
No, it's
Chris
they can't.
Hansen, of course, not to be confused with Scott Hansen, who's a friend of the show, who also once swam in
the
the
Ganges,
Ganges River.
Amazing.
the giraffes, ran with the rhinos.
If you want to hear those stories, you can. All I gotta do is just get a hold of him. He'll tell
Were
you.
we expecting anything less from a guy who carries an entire show alone on every Sunday afternoon without pissing?
He is excellent on that show.
Oh, he's definitely got his D in a bottle or a catheter. He's getting up. He's peeing at some sort.
Do you want to transition this to the question we received from a backer? Do I need to explain?
Yes.
Yes.
We had a backer reach out to us. They said they don't have any social media, so they would like to reach out to us via text to ask a question for the listener voicemail episode. What they said was that they were down bad one day and really had to pee, and they were so far away from something that they knew that they had to pee in their car when they were on the highway.
Oh, yes.
What they ended up doing was not peeing in a Gatorade bottle, not peeing somewhere that's disposable.
We're not pulling over to the side of the road like I would do.
Well, like
Nobody does that anymore.
Why?
because
you wanna get-
you have Chris Hansen pop
That's more
out
of
and
a
be like, "What's
crime.
up, dude?"
That's
You
a crime.
You don't like
crime.
face the traffic. You go find a bush. You get behind it, or
Well, that's
I
not
use
a.
the door to shield you.
Well, what this listener did was that he took his swell bottle and he peed in the swell bottle. And the question that he asked us is whether or not this swell bottle, after being washed, after
Oh,
being
yeah.
put through the dishwasher, if that swell bottle is tainted.
Depends on how hydrated he was.
the answer is absolutely yes.
Sounds like he knew he
Because
was tainting it.
even
you know
though
what I
there's
mean?
no remnant of your
Okay.
pee still in there and it's going to be perfectly clean, just the knowledge that your pee was once in this bottle is enough to never go back to it again.
Some people have to drink urine if they're lost in the desert, Dylan.
I don't think this guy was lost in the desert.
No, but
Yeah,
I'm
this
just
guy's at
saying
home
it's not
using a
that
dishwasher.
crazy.
I think he was just like 30 minutes away from an exit.
It's not like he had bleach in there. He had pee.
Yeah, but
I'd
okay.
rather bleach be in there.
I brought a Peloton water bottle to the hospital when Fritz was born because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a celebratory drink of my favorite drink that I've been currently doing. It was scotch at the time. And I brought some scotch in this bottle, and to this day, it still smells like scotch when I drink out of that water bottle. Doesn't taste like scotch, but I can't use it during my rides anymore because I started getting nauseous just drinking that blend.
Damn.
Gross. This guy's got to get rid of that swell bottle,
You have
right?
to get rid of it. You have to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Dave, you're the germ guy too.
$20 item.
What germs?
Like $20.
It's
Replace
pee.
it. Replace it.
Yeah, that's fair. If you have if you're wealthy like these guys, you can just replace your swell bottle. Then yeah, go ahead and do it.
You have the same job.
I'm just saying, you're the one over there. Oh, $20 for a swell bottle. I don't care. I'll buy 100 of them.
I'd pay $20 to never drink out of something my piss was in before. Yeah, I would. If that means I'm rich, then so be it.
Dave, would you let your boy piss in your swell bottle?
No, I only trust my own pee.
How's your hydration level been lately?
You would
Would
drink
Tom
unbelievable.
Herman be impressed?
Unbelievable.
Do you ever think? Do you think about Tom Herman every time you have a clear pee? Because I do now. It's unfortunate because I
What's-
fucking hate that guy,
What's his obsession with clear piss?
dude.
man?
I respect it honestly.
His chart was like the more yellow it was, you like the bottom one was like you're a bad guy.
That's true.
The top one was you're a good teammate. Bottom, you're a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just dehydrated, coach.
It was the Longhorn football hydration chart.
What did the bottom one say?
1 through 3 are very tainted, like watered down. It says championship hydration levels.
That's what I rock with all the time.
4 and 5 levels, which are very yellow still, say selfish teammate. 6 and
Yeah.
7, which
There
are
you go.
dark yellow and a borderline mustard color, says blatant disregard for your teammates. You are headed to Area 51. I don't know what Area 51 is, but I'm going to assume it's some kind of type of training area on the
Yeah,
practice field.
Probably.
And then number 8, which is essentially brown. You know that piss. It's after a long night of drinking. You know how dark that piss
I've
can
never
get.
had a brown.
It just
urine.
says in all caps, "You are a bad guy!" Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! With bad and guy also underlined.
You're
Let
a
me say
bad
this:
guy.
he's not accounting for one thing. He's not accounting for vitamin P.
Vitamin P.
Vitamin P is a real. It's a
Like
real tricky one.
electric yellow.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa! Oh,
What's
I took a
vitamin
multivitamin
P?
earlier.
Huh?
What's vitamin P?
P after you take vitamins.
It's bomb ass P.
What if there's beet? Is there beet pee where your pee's a little tainted because you were eating beets?
You don't know what we're talking about? Vitamin P?
Nah,
Like it flushes like
I
the
just heard you
excess
say you had a
stuff.
massive shortage of it.
It smells too. It has a. It's quite potent.
Yeah. It's like bright yellow. It's like highlighter yellow almost.
Is there anything scarier than after you eat beets and you forget that you ate beets?
I wouldn't know because I don't eat beets.
Please.
It's great for your oxygen levels in your blood.
I don't care.
Actually, saved me at Elevation too.
Elevation.
Shout out to Beat Elite for the samples. I wonder if Jay's still working there.
You're a big beet elite guy.
The Elite Beat.
You get it, Dave?
I like beets. I actually had sweet green for the first time since I got food poisoning from it.
Okay, Dwight. you guys see this show?
Shut up.
Beat Elite sounds like a P.D. Pablo song. Beat Elite. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I'm in. I've had a real hankering for us to record a rap track lately.
Huh?
Wouldn't it be really funny if we just did a rap song, but we actually put a lot of effort into it and we actually sounded good?
No.
What,
That would be cringe and it
after
would be
Dude
bad.
Perfect did it. We can't top that. So why would we even try?
Dude, I think we should try.
There's nothing
Because
you
Dave
can-
has actual bars.
There's nothing you can do to make me even think about participating.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
No,
You
no.
can drop the bag.
I'll handle the melody. You'll
Dylan-
know I can.
You're
sing.
going to be like the old
No.
chain smoker who's just wondering why he quit at the wrong
No.
time.
Dylan can give me all of his swell bottles, and it's not going to change my mind.
Dude, you're going to get left behind when Dylan and I are just like popping bottles with Drake in the club and stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to go to do a live stream Thursday, and instead of all the muscle milk that Dylan has in that cabinet, it's just going to be swell bottles full of muscle milk, ironically.
Uh-huh.
My milk.
That hand sanitizer. How about it?
I don't know what to do. I still have a bunch, man.
Can you like run your car off of it?
I might just start drinking it.
No, I don't know if I'd do that.
Get twisted on it.
Sounds deadly.
Can we do this weekend in fun presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer?
I'm not done talking about drinking pee.
Dude, I'm done. I'm done talking about drinking my own piss.
Let's talk about something better. Sorry.
The option with something extra always makes your choice a little bit easier. And as the first hard seltzer with antioxidant vitamin C, Vizzy brings something unique and delicious to the table. Go grab yourself a drink that can do both with Vizzy Hard Seltzer. I have to say, there's a big weekend in sports. Texas OU.
Oh, buddy.
Gotta think Vizzy's. It's a bad weekend to be a Vizzy. You're gonna get absolutely crushed, deleted even.
Catch me visiting all weekend long.
This call's about Vizness.
Some bomb ass V.
Mhm.
Vizzy, can't you see?
Is there vitamin V? Because I want some. Pineapple, mango, black cherry, lime, strawberry, kiwi, blackberry, lemon, raspberry, tangerine. Can I go on more? Yes, I can,
You
but I don't
can.
need to because you know that there's so many good dual fruit flavors, all with that classic antioxidant vitamin C that you know and love. From the acerola to super fruit.
Don't.
Super fruit. It's super fruity.
What's unfortunate is that as much as I would like to say something different than superfruit, I think based on the stuff, I think we're legally obligated to say superfruit, which then opens us up to Dylan singing every
Acerola.
single
Well,
time.
I don't blame you at
Is
all.
a super fruit?
You're doing your job over here.
Mhm.
super fruit.
It never
It's like
hurts.
super freak.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, we've heard you do it
Super
every
freaky,
read we've
super
done.
Fruity.
Yeah, and as someone who absolutely hates that era of music, it makes my ears
Wow.
bleed.
I need to dig in on that. Maybe drill in on that too.
Dude, you've no culture.
No, I just for some reason I can't get down with the super freak.
Okay.
More of a freak elite guy.
Yep. If I'm
It's a
choosing
callback.
between Super Freak and PD Pablo, I'm choosing PD Pablo every single time.
What about super fruit?
I'm choosing Super Fruit every single time
There it
because it's
is.
the choice that makes everything a little bit easier
It's
and more
Acerola.
delicious too.
Not to jump the gun on my weekend and fun, but I will be having Vizzy on the golf course this weekend.
You'd be an idiot not to, David. Are you going to bring your own reserve just in case?
I'm gonna bring my secret
It's
stash.
weird because I got this new phone because
It's with the high school guys.
mostly because I wasn't getting texts from you, and still it's not.
You would
coming
have
through.
zero fun on this trip because
Huh.
it's 4 rounds of golf.
Huh.
And the guys are you would be disgusted with my friends. So
Yeah, but he could take a really cool nap.
Yo, I'll teach you how to nap. God, that was so elite.
Upgrade your hard seltzer to Vizzy. To find out where you can purchase Vizzy, go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/wash. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/wash. And to get updates on their latest flavor drops and more, sign up for their emails at VizzyHardSeltzer.com/subscribe. Again, that's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/subscribe. Must be 21 or older. Dylan, what are you doing this weekend?
Thank you for asking, Will. First of all, I'm going to tell you what I was supposed to be doing this weekend, which is going to ACL. But
Tell us why you're not going to ACL,
this is
Dylan.
why I'm not going to
no.
ACL. So Bay acquired some tickets for work. She takes clients to do certain things around town for fun. ACL was the plan for this weekend. She was going to take me and another couple, our clients. And she acquired the wristbands, 3-day wristband. Great, ready to go. She pulls them out earlier this week. Guess what? They were weekend one wristbands. Weekend one has come and gone. It is in the past. So we are without wristbands currently. So
Yeah.
sadly, I'm not going to ACL.
Sounds like you're down Bay.
Double sadly. She's got to eat the cost of those wristbands, and they're not cheap.
You're gonna make her eat the wristbands.
Yeah.
That seems. Is she a pledge?
So, yeah.
That would be a wasteful activity.
So,
do you think you could find a time machine?
My weekend is wide open. I don't have parks Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, which is kind of sad, but I am open. I'm available.
Here's a question. Does Lifetime have a hot tub?
Oh, yeah.
You should get in and see if it's also a time machine to see if you guys can go back, and then you could go to ACL weekend one.
You need a time turner.
Okay, unless I'm going to go ahead and proceed under the assumption that I don't have access to a time machine.
A hot tub time machine.
Or a hot tub time machine.
Good movie, by the way.
Travel back
Saw it
in time, but make sure you don't see yourself because that can mess things up.
Texas OU is this weekend, of course.
Spider-Man meme.
Randy
11
knows
o'clock
what's up.
on Saturday. And for whatever reason, Parks' games are always scheduled right in the middle of Texas games. So I have to maybe pause.
Is it
during
because
halftime.
Texas is getting the absolute shaft on the time for games?
Well, the Texas OU game is always either 11 a.m. or 2:30 kick.
So what about the other 3 games surrounding that game that are also 11 o'clock kicks? Wow. Horns down, huh?
Okay. Well, I don't know what to expect in this game, which I'm really kind of excited for.
So you have no expectations?
No
It's probably the best way to go
expectation.
in.
It really is. If Texas wins, I'll be very pleasantly surprised. If they don't, I'm like, they're not.
Expect the unexpected. That's all I'm saying.
Much like I'm undefeated at the Q2 Stadium, I'm also undefeated at the Cotton Bowl.
Can you go, please?
I've never lost a game there.
Please go.
You've only been to one, right?
I'm 1-0.
There you go, batting 1,000.
Still saying facts.
Yeah, I haven't
100%.
been in a minute. Wonder what that menu looks like this year at the State Fair.
Ooh, I bet corn dogs.
Of course.
Probably like a fried Oreo cookie shake on top of a fried bagel or something.
Yeah, I had a
weird.
fried PB&J there. It was delish.
God damn. I love the fair.
Fried butter.
I had fried butter once.
It was good.
It was kind of good. Yeah. I liked
Probably
it.
not good for you.
I did a fried chocolate bar.
They have fried Coke, as in Coca-Cola, not like cocaine.
Does that just get stuck in your sinuses, Dylan? You got to do a neti pot afterward? Got this fried Coke up here.
Dude's just walking into bars with a bunch of chicken tender paraphernalia falling out of his nose like an idiot.
It must be tough transporting fried kilos.
Have you ever tried snorting an onion ring? It's hard.
I haven't. No. Anyway, that concludes my weekend in fun. Be wide open, folks.
What I'm going to do this weekend, I'm going to watch the Steve-O video where he snorts wasabi in Japan.
Japan.
Don't do that, David.
I'm actually going to Frankston, Texas, a little bit south of Tyler, East Texas. Small town. Going to a little golf course out there called Pine Dunes. And I'll be playing in a golf tourney with the boys. So 4 rounds, 3 of which are tournament, 1 of which is practice with heavy gambling.
Sounds pretty
Big
fun.
boy stacks?
Big boy stacks.
Dude, are you aware that
I've never won this tournament.
this is a small place, David?
There's not shit around it. You don't leave the place.
Population 1,229 people in Frankston, Texas.
How far is that drive? Never heard of this place.
It's south of Tyler. It's about,
Oh.
I think it's like
East Texas.
almost 3 hours from here, yeah.
Not much growth in the population there since 1920.
Yeah, and driving out there, you'll probably figure out why. There's really not a lot going on. Just kind of East Texas. Shout out.
Very
Shout out to the
cool.
Pines.
Is it a nice place?
The course is fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. They're trying to add like really nice like homes on there and like sell memberships. We stay in these they're basically like trailers that have running water and electricity. They're not bad when you're in there, but they're
Glamping.
yes, basically.
Dave is glamping this weekend.
I'm basically glamping and golfing.
This sounds
Golfing.
honestly. This sounds a lot of fun.
Are you going to pay tribute to Frank Beard, the drummer of ZZ Top, who was born in Frankston, Texas?
Is that true? I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yep.
That's a fun
Everybody knows
fact.
Yeah. I hope you
Rest in
I hope you
peace.
dress correctly for the humid subtropical climate that Frankston's known for.
Yeah. It is humid. Very subtropical. I've said that often. Gotta see about getting this Wilder Fury fight on a phone, but I don't know what the connection's going to be out there.
You got to think Frankston's not wired for that kind of.
What's the
No,
fight going to be on?
They're on 2G.
What's the fight going to be on?
Probably Showtime pay-per-view.
That sounds lit, dude.
Sally really wants to go to this fight.
Dude, if you have a chance to go. I've never been to a heavyweight fight.
All she wants to do is go and just try to hope to see the Love Island crew that's going to be there supporting Tyson.
They will be there. No doubt about that.
Oh, they're there.
What do you got, Will?
It's a big weekend for your boy. On tomorrow night, I might be going to the U.S. men's national team game against Jamaica.
Is this a big game? Is this a qualifier?
It's a World Cup qualifier, and it is a team that has underachieved as of late in terms of their performance during the World Cup qualifiers. It is an important game.
How's the squad look this year, man?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know shit about U.S. men's national team.
You went to a game recently.
Yeah, I didn't know who anybody was, man.
Oh, that's not good.
I don't really follow it that hard.
What about the hotshot kid?
Pulisic,
Yeah.
He's injured right now, so he's not going to be.
Son of a gun.
I also think the other best player, Weston McKennie, I think he's also injured at the time, so it's gonna be tough.
Freaking hell.
Friday, if any backers, and this is an actual thing that I'm going to say right now, if any backers are going to the Widespread Panic concert at ACL Moody Theater on Friday night, and you're trying to catch a beer around the premises, holler at your boy in the DMs because I'm going solo. So I do have a seated ticket, which means that I'm not going to be hanging out in the pit. I'm not going to be loving anyone in the pit, David. But I will be there, and I will be looking to have a couple beers. So if you're going to go to that concert, please hit me up. I'm looking for a friend group for the night. I'm old. I'm going to concerts alone. Damn. And then Saturday, no plans. Had trouble locking down a babysitter, so I'm officially not going to a tiki restaurant that I was supposed to be going to with Micah. And instead, I'm going to be watching the Fury Wilder fight from the crib. Who knows? Maybe I might try to recruit some people to come over and might have a couple pops with the boys.
Oh, okay.
Can you come in?
Do you need my phone number?
I think I have your phone number.
Okay.
I think I have it.
My phone is working. It's charged up. I have full bars. So just I'll be looking.
It is an international break, as you know, because the U.S. men's national team is playing, which means there's no club football this weekend, which means that my schedule is more open than it's been all fall. So anything's on the table.
Hard a player and see him in the streets, man.
Maybe. Perhaps. You guys ready for a new segment?
You're gonna break some news.
It's called Will's Breaking News.
Is this just like Brett's breaking news, but it's Will?
Yeah, it's just me. And
Okay.
instead of breaking actual news, I'm just going to talk about myself.
My bones are still broken from Brett's bone.
He came a little hard yesterday, man.
Oh. Ew.
I know. I wasn't expecting it. That Saratoga story was spooky.
It was bone breaking.
Do you guys want to do a little choose your own adventure? Who usually gets to choose the adventure part of this?
Let's let Dave lead off, man.
Okay.
All right, Dave, we have
Let's go
try
today.
something new, meat forecast or clothing news.
I'd love the meat forecast.
Well, I got to say, the meat forecast is not looking good for your boy. I'm looking for any reason at all to start a pot roast, and the temperature this Sunday is not even getting close to under 70 degrees, which means that the meat forecast is not good. No pot roast for your boy, Dave.
We've got a little front blowing through in about a week from now.
Okay.
About a week.
For those
Sit
wondering,
tight.
I'm going to freeze the pearl onions that I have. I'm going to leave them in the freezer until it is officially pot roast season, but it's not this weekend.
You hear what I'm doing with bananas?
You're freezing them.
Yeah.
You're
it's
also
crazy.
peeling them before you freeze them.
It's wild.
Do you guys want some clothing news or trying something new?
Let's try.
Clothing news.
No, sir.
You get to
Clothing
pick the
news.
first
Who
one.
gets to pick?
Clothing news, Will.
You want clothing news?
Yeah.
All right, we'll let this-
I think I'm going to buy a shacket this weekend.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
That's your news.
Let's fucking
Yeah. I have some feelers out there, and I think it might be the time when I upgrade my shacket.
Have you put eyes on it yet? Do you know a brand?
No.
Don't tell him any of this because he's
No.
gonna
Yeah.
get it before
If
I'm
you
not.
if you think
He's
I'm going
gonna
to
try
give
to
you my
cut you.
shacket intel, you're crazy.
Look, I'm just happy you're getting in the game.
He's the shacket cock.
What? I'm the original Shacket guy.
Dude, Klein might have an argument that he is.
You're not the OSG.
Klein was nice enough to
Dude,
send us a
OS
shacket, and it was just way too huge on me.
OS for life.
You need to put shacket in your Twitter name. The
Shack-
original
the
shacket guy.
shacketeer.
Shacket guy.
Shackadelic.
Shacket.
We could do this all day.
I can't wait for Shacket weather.
Yeah, I have a couple of things that you could consider to be shackets, but I think I'm finally going to upgrade and get a certified, tried and true blood shacket.
Let me upgrade.
What if you ate a shakaroni from Papa John's while wearing a shacket?
I could do that.
Is that a real thing?
And also for those wondering,
Yes.
just to be crystal clear, for those wondering, a
Shakaroni.
shacket is a shirt that's also a jacket.
Yeah, it's like you could wear it as like a shirt, but like also like kind of as a jacket, like kind of like cool weather, like in between shirt and jacket weather. You kind of wear a shacket.
Yeah.
You cover all your bases there. Do you get it, David?
What?
Mm-hmm. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I'll be putting it on the TL once it's acquired.
I cannot wait.
You guys want the final news? Trying something new?
Mm-hmm.
I tried something new.
Oh, wow.
You guys ever heard of this Delta 8 stuff?
Uh-huh.
Dude, I don't know who the hardos out there are that are like, oh, it's not weed. Dude, that shit is potent.
Dude,
you
that
guys
shit
got to
was-
be careful.
That shit was so sticky.
Dude, be careful out there if you're a Delta 8 person. A lot of people in Texas are on this wave right now, and I got to say, it's a tough wave to be
So
on.
it's just straight up legal?
I don't know. Is it legal, Dave? What's the deal?
They were able to because of the way the laws are written. They are able to be legal.
Just be careful out there if you're trying it. And that's our Will's breaking news.
How did you
Don't know.
consume it or
He vaped it.
take it?
Dude,
He was in the
I
laboratory.
snorted an onion ring that was laced with it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
He had some fried Coke.
I'm trying to find the stickiest Delta 8 in Austin right now. So if y'all have a lead on some,
I
let
think
me
you
know.
can just go online and order it.
Yeah, it's pretty. You could probably get it at a gas station. Honestly,
Can you sort from stickiest to less sticky?
what's
on
the
website?
opposite of sticky?
I don't know.
Hey, you know how stoplights they go like up and down? What's the order that it goes up and down?
Green is always on the bottom or the right.
I was just quizzing you. Because I noticed the other day when I saw one that was horizontal, that red was the first one, red, yellow, green. And I was like, man, I would have assumed green was the first one. Then I was like, I wonder if Dylan's even colorblind or if he's just trying to get like the sympathy vote.
As a colorblind guy, it's helpful to know that.
You read from left to right. Most do. Some do. At least in this country. And so you would want red to be first.
Oh, because stopping is more important than going?
No, so that way it can be red.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I get what you're doing.
That's-
That's a lot of mental stuff.
And at that, he just pushed the mic. He walked off. He walked off.
I think it's time to leave. Guys, it's been fun. If you want voicemails tomorrow, patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast. Again, patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast.
And check out Spooky Season if you haven't already.
It's been
It's
fun.
extra spooky this season.
It's been fun.
We love you. Bye.